Luckily, you survived because that would have been a terrible way to go considering everything else you'd gone through. You eventually make it back to Britain, and at 60 years old, you're given your old rank and sent out to fight the Germans in Norway. Your mission is to take Trondheim, but the situation is horrible. In your opinion, the Allied soldiers in this war are nothing compared to the ones that fought in the first one, and the Germans are kicking your ass. Eventually, your unit is pulled back, and you end up in North Ireland. You think your military career is over, until you get selected for a special diplomatic mission to Yugoslavia. You board a plane in Cairo and set off for Belgrade, hoping that this plane doesn't crash this time. Your plane crashes off the coast of Italian-controlled Libya, and when you swim to shore, you're quickly arrested. You're identified as a valuable prisoner and moved to Italy, where you remain captive for 3 years. You attempt to escape 5 times, and on the last attempt actually make it out and spend 8 days in northern Italy disguised as a civilian who spoke no Italian and had an eye patch and was missing his hand. Di giorno. You're recaptured again, and eventually Italy wants out of the war. They use you as a bargaining chip with the British and offer to dress you in a fine Italian suit. You tell your captors you won't object to free clothes, as long as they don't make you look like a gigolo. You get sent back to Britain, and shortly after, your good friend Winston Churchill asks you to be his representative in China. You fly there, this time without crashing, and you quickly take a liking to the Chinese people. Though there's one person in particular you're not too fond of. This guy Mao Zedong seems to love communism, and you do not like it one bit. At dinner where he's giving a speech, you interrupt him and tell him he's wrong, and that he should spend less time yapping and more time attacking the Japanese. Mao, startled, looks at you for a bit, then laughs. Japan finally surrenders in 1945, and you participate in the formal surrender ceremonies as one of the representatives for Britain. As the war is over, you finally retire for good at the age of 67. On your way back home, you make a stop in French Indochina and slip on a coconut mat, breaking a few ribs and knocking yourself unconscious. Luckily, you survived because that would have been a terrible way to go considering everything else you'd gone through.